For thousands of years, the land we now call Rio de Janeiro was a paradise shaped entirely by nature. Dense Atlantic rainforest covered every hillside. Exotic wildlife thrived beneath towering trees, and the calm waters of Guanabara Bay sustained the Tupi people, who lived in harmony with the landscape through fishing, hunting, and simple villages along the shoreline. From this peaceful beginning, one of the world's most spectacular urban transformations was about to unfold. Everything changed in the early 16th century when Portuguese explorers entered the bay, drawn by its extraordinary natural harbor. What began as a handful of wooden shelters slowly grew into a colonial settlement. As forests were cleared, churches were built, and trade routes connected Rio to the growing Portuguese Empire. Over time, defensive walls, stone buildings, and busy markets replaced much of the untouched coastline, while ships from across the Atlantic filled the harbor with people, goods, and new opportunities. Rio's importance continued to rise until it became the capital of Portuguese America. Grand churches, government buildings, elegant residences, and cultural institutions transformed the once remote outpost into one of the most influential cities in the New World. When the Portuguese royal court arrived in the early 19th century, the city's growth accelerated dramatically, bringing magnificent palaces, public gardens, and a level of sophistication rarely seen outside Europe. The Industrial Revolution introduced railways, factories, electric trams, and modern engineering that reshaped the city once again. Broad boulevards replaced narrow colonial streets, while Belle Epoque architecture blended beautifully with Rio's historic heart. As the 20th century unfolded, Christ the Redeemer rose above Corcovado Mountain, becoming one of the world's most recognizable monuments and a lasting symbol of the city. Modern Rio expanded at an astonishing pace. Skyscrapers climbed above Copacabana and Ipanema. Highways connected distant neighborhoods, and Carnival transformed the streets into a celebration known around the globe. International sporting events inspired new transportation systems, renovated stadiums, and revitalized public spaces, while technology and innovation prepared the city for the future. Yet despite centuries of dramatic change, Rio de Janeiro has never lost the natural beauty that first captivated its earliest inhabitants and visitors. Sugarloaf Mountain still rises above Guanabara Bay. Rainforest still survives among the hills, and golden beaches continue to meet the Atlantic Ocean. It is this remarkable balance between nature, history, and modern life that has transformed Rio de Janeiro from an untouched tropical coastline into one of the most iconic cities on Earth.